Hey everyone, a quick embodiment practice around all the hats that we wear as women, as mothers, as entrepreneurs, as government employees, as whatever it is, all the things, all the hats you wear. So what I invite you to do, I'm sitting looking at myself on Zoom, but if you have a mirror, what I'd like you to do is start by picking one of the roles that you wear. And what is the embodiment of that role? So for me, for example, one of the roles that I have is of mother. And so for me, that would look something like a bit of a hug, a bit of a hug, maybe something where I'm giving my hand out to serve my family with love. Sometimes it always doesn't feel that way, but just notice, pick an embodiment that feels right. So this is me as mother, giving from the heart. Take a few minutes and notice what arises. What do you notice in your body? Is there any place that softens or contracts? What changes in your breath? And if you want to come out of it, and just think about, what did you notice with that? Where could you link this to how you're showing up? Is there a tendency, in this case, to overgive or undergive or set up strong boundaries? Just notice what that posture represents to you. Now, I'm also an entrepreneur and a coach. So for me, and the embodiment of entrepreneur would be a bit more forward. So I'm going to sit forward. I'm going to have my hands kind of directed forward. I have a vision. I know where I want to go. I'm pointing, I'm looking. Now in this, we want you to look at yourself in the mirror. So for me, there's a sense of forward motion, a specific direction. And again, take a moment in this pose. And for you, choose whatever you want. What's the shape that would work for your specific hat that you're wearing? But notice, does your breath change? Do you tighten anywhere? Do you soften anywhere? And where are those places? Take a couple minutes to really explore what you look like in the mirror in this particular embodiment. And again, come back if you want to think about, what did you notice in that? Was there, the softening, the constriction? Is there any patterns you can identify within that? And give yourself a little bit of a discerning judge, not a harsh judgment, just to like, interesting. What was that? And for the third hat that I'm going to show you today, and again, pick one that resonates with you. For me, I'm going to pick nature lover because I really love trees. And so for me, what that would look like would be something around hugging a tree. So when I am in nature, I hug a lot of trees, and trees really represent for me different aspects of myself and of where I can relax and let go of certain concepts. Like I always think to myself, a tree is just a tree. A tree is not trying to be anything else other than a tree. A tree reaches for the sun, it twists and it turns, and we don't judge the tree for finding its way to where it needs to go, and in whatever shape or form that looks like. And so for me, the trees are really a beautiful reminder for myself. So for me, this hat is tree hugger. And again, whatever shape you want to take for whatever embodiment or hat you want to choose. Notice what happens with your breath. Notice if you're contracting or if you're softening. Notice how much you want to stay or come out of the pose. And then just again, take a moment to reflect. Where does that show up in my life? Is there patterns that I notice? And go from there. So those are 3 hats that I chose. Choose the ones that are representative to you. Look in the mirror, make a shape that's representative of that quality that you're embodying. Are you embodying mother? Are you embodying yogi? Are you embodying employee? Are you embodying manager? Like, what is it that you're embodying? And just notice like what shape that is, what happens internally, what happens with your breath. Do you soften? Do you relax? Do you tighten? And then take a few minutes to reflect. That's your homework. Should you so choose to do it.